What is up, everybody? I'm Courtney,
I'm Sean.
and we are on the other side, baby. We on the other side.
We on side on the other.
Grand time.
It's gonna be a grand time.
What's up? Shout out Badlands Paranormal. It was good to see you this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
You and the lovely wife, James Brady.
James Brady
and his lovely wife, Kim. Shout out to Spirit Led Paranormal guys. We got to hang out with them this past weekend as well.
Got a lot of bragging on y'all to do.
Yeah, we're going to wait for a few more people to tune in. Mama D in the house.
Mom actually answered the phone.
What's up, Paul Fowler?
Shout
North
out, Paul.
Carolina Coastal.
Come on and raise up.
Medium Rhonda Harris with the freaking awesome paranormal show.
She didn't run for me tonight.
The Riff Nation Network.
In the building, we got Daryl.
We live, baby. We got to hang out with Daryl too.
Brother Daryl. Brother Daryl's in the house.
Brother Daryl.
It was great seeing Cody. You know, when I saw Cody, I got a big smile. Saw Cody and his wife. Cody and them stepping up to the plate the way they are.
Oh Lord, Chuck Whitby.
Chuck Whitby. Early tonight.
I know it. Chuck recently had a birthday. He turned 32, y'all. 32. Chuck turned 32.
Chuck.
Chuck is a member of the lovely Hill City Paranormal team, guys.
That's a nice base in the picture, Chuck.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Oh, yeah.
They're very nice. Very nice.
It looked good.
Speaking of bass, when y'all getting the band back together there, Sean?
I gotta get a band first. I gotta get a band.
Stutter.
I gotta get a band. We live, baby.
Michelle Wilfong with the Haunted Apartment. We live, baby. Yeah. Guys.
Hey, the garage is always open. The band can come by anytime. Just pull up. We can jam.
Pick up the phone.
Shake the cobwebs out of that shop.
What's up, Kim Brady? Got to support our hometown team. Y'all inspired us, so of course we show support. Cody, we love you guys.
Yeah, we do, man. Watching y'all grow the way y'all have.
I love it.
Yes,
man, guys. All right, I'm going to start the bragging first, Sean. You just chime in when you want to. I'm going to start with Cody. Okay,
run with it.
We're going to roll down the list. Cody and Robin showed up all right, let me back it on up so you guys know what we did this past weekend. This past weekend, I cannot sing enough praises to Bedford Paranormal. Okay. Bedford Paranormal put on their annual event, Enigma Cons. It is the event of the year, guys. They go all out. Phenomenal. They treat every vendor and guest speaker like gold. I cannot sing their praises enough. Their entire team, Angie, Alan, Ronnie, Daryl, Becky, Noah, I mean, you guys are top tier, the prime example of para-unity. Okay. So with that being said, we got asked graciously to be guest speakers at Enigma Cons. My nerves went through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh, God.
Not because we're nervous to speak.
What's up, Lois?
What's up, Lois? But we don't know what to say.
Right.
We don't know what to talk about.
We could talk on here, guys, because it's like once a week. You know what I'm saying? But like when you put on the spot, you're like, what the heck should I talk about?
What do you talk about? Yeah.
Then when you find out what everybody else is talking about, you want to be different. You don't want everybody to talk about the same thing. That's crazy. So, talking to Ronnie, he's like, oh, talk about y'all's locations. And I'm like, but you have like 4 other location owners that are talking too.
Everybody's talking.
What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to sing this guy's praises, even though he gets on my ever loving nerves half of the time. What's up, Ronnie Anderson? I'm talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. All right. With that being said, this guy is the king of off the dome conversation. Okay. So Sean, on the way up there, what are we going to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Sean said, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. I said, all right, I'm going to follow your lead.
Went back to the band days.
Okay. I said, I'm going to follow your lead. Then I said, wait a minute.
Watch the crowd.
I got to give you an epic intro. But then we got up there and Sean just rolled with it. So I was like, roll on, buddy. But we started out vending, and I cannot say thank you to every single person who came to our table and supported our vision for Tatuba's Ash. Speaking of which, guys, if you didn't make it to Enigma Cons, I do have a QR code up top. You can scan it and order there anytime. We live, baby. Robert Ebert in the house.
We live, baby.
But look, before I put the comment up, Ronnie responded, which means he's seeing comments, baby.
Oh yeah, Ronnie.
I love it.
Wait a minute. So is Ronnie really seeing
Ronnie's lying.
Or is that the same Ronnie? Is that the right Ronnie Anderson? Let me make sure.
Of course it's the right.
What if it's the wrong Ronnie?
How many Ronnie Andersons do we know?
What if it's... I'm used to the little spike hair dude with the guitar.
Hello? All right. That's what we sounded like all weekend. But anyway, so with that being said, guys, thank you to each person that stopped by our table and supported our vision. Ronnie said we let him out the corner. He could see everybody tonight.
Okay, that's the right Ronnie then.
So I'm going to start with Badlands Paranormal, guys. All right. Badlands Paranormal reached out to us. They came to one of our events at Sandusky. And they said the most humbling thing towards the end of the night. I said to Cody and Robin, I said, you guys aren't doing a whole lot of investigating.
Y'all paid to investigate.
They paid, mind you, to our event. Okay. And for those of you that don't know, we have the historic Sandusky House as a location that we help out with their historical preservation and renovation efforts. So we host events there quite often. And Robin and Cody came out and I said, you guys really aren't doing a whole lot of investigating. Both of them looked at me and they said, we wanted to support you guys and learn. And I was like, shit, what are you learning from me? You're in the wrong group. You need to be with this guy, right? So, because this is the expert over here.
I learned from Ronnie that.
Thank you, Ronnie. So I have literally from that moment watched them grow. Okay. And I love it. I love every minute of it. I'm here for it. Hashtag here for it. Okay. Because when we got to St. Albans, fast forwarding to Saturday night, Cody had his backpack. And the first thing I noticed was it had a custom Badlands Paranormal patch. I was like, that's badass, right? This dude has a custom paranormal patch. Then all of a sudden, him and Robin looked at me and they said, but wait, there's more. It was like the whole sham wow moment. And I was like sitting here like this. I want to see. And they went from having very little equipment to they're fully stocked, guys. Fully stocked. One piece at a time.
And got the right equipment.
And purchased the essentials. That is what just floored me. They don't need another single solitary piece of equipment. Of course, sure, you can get a REM pod. You can get this. You can get that. But everything they had in their pack was what I envision a paranormal investigator having in their gear bag. Okay. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. You're not going to use it all. You only have 2 hands. Okay. 2 hands. So you guys are like, I love it. I love it. I don't know what else to say. I love y'all. And you guys are so humble and so supportive and so amazing. Okay. So shout out to Badlands Paranormal. Then fast forwarding over here to James Brady and his lovely wife, Kim, and their buddy, Jay. Okay. He said, thanks for bragging, making my heart swell. I love it. So then being honest. Yes, the tiny hands. I don't have tiny hands. I need to order the tiny hands. He has a really tiny hand. But I will say we got the pleasure of investigating with Spirit Led. I would investigate with them every day if I could.
Anytime.
Absolutely. You can't, and Sean said this during our talk, you cannot investigate with everybody, guys. No, you can't. Spirit Led Paranormal, anytime.
Anytime.
If I'm available, we're there. You guys are phenomenal. They share the same, listening to James and Sean talk and throw ideas back and forth and equipment ideas and like theories and things like that. I loved it. They were on the same wavelength and everything. Me and Kim on the same wavelength. We're kind of reading the room. We're feeling it out. We're like, I'm getting a male presence. And then Jay came in clutch. He was like, whatever y'all are doing, I'm here for it. I've got my camera up. And he was videotaping everything just in case something happened.
If it weren't for Jay, I wouldn't have been able to confirm my EVP that I got.
Bingo. Okay. Yeah. So I was just
and I didn't even know he was on the recorder.
Yep. So
talking about teamwork, and
Yes.
we weren't even trying.
Howie.
We weren't even trying to teamwork. We weren't even trying to have teamwork, and it was just teamwork without trying.
We clicked.
It just clicked. Yeah, I will investigate with them anytime.
All right. So
anytime.
Then, okay, let's fast forward to.
I didn't even realize how good of investigators they were either.
Well, we had never investigated with them.
Yeah, but
so it was like dope.
Yeah, but you just don't realize how good people are until you actually investigate with them.
Yeah. So then I want to shout out to Ronnie Anderson and Alan. What's his last name? Marston. What's his last name?
Which Alan? There's two of them.
The EMT.
Alan Marston.
Okay. I'm going to shout them two out because if it was not for those two, we would not know certain locations of St. Albans. Sean said it best the other day. I was listening to him talk to somebody. He said, I watched these guys navigate St. Albans with no flashlights in the dark. They just knew where they were going. To have a host team like that in a location, guys, is something that's irreplaceable. Okay. If you have a host team that can tell you at the drop of a dime, the history of the location, show you where to go, tell you the little like caveats of the place, the little hidden off the beaten path, areas, keep them around. So Marcel, if you're watching, you need to keep Bedford Paranormal around. Don't lose them. They come in clutch.
Please keep Bedford Paranormal.
Okay. They helped us out quite a bit. And
you can bring Alan Marston around too.
I can't sing everybody's praises enough. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shout out Marcel, okay? And her team. They came through. When it came time for the public investigation, these volunteers emerged by the dozen. Guys, there was like 20 freaking volunteers. She snapped her fingers and they all appeared in a line. It was crazy. I was like, wow, what a well-oiled machine. So, Bedford Paranormal, St. Albans, Enigma Cons, absolute 10 out of 10 must go. If you missed it this year, don't worry. It's happening again next year. Stay tuned. Make sure you get your tickets early, guys, because I believe they sold out this year. If not, they were darn close to it. And if they didn't, that's a darn shame too, because I had a ball. The networking alone is worth it at Enigma Cons. Like, even if I didn't sell a single thing, the networking alone was worth it. And meeting new people and getting the opportunity to investigate with new people is what Para-Unity is about, guys. I saw, and correct me if I'm wrong, not one solitary ounce of drama over the weekend. I didn't see it.
I saw a little, but very little.
Okay, well, if you saw it, I didn't see it, but I was busy.
You were busy.
So, I mean, if there was a little bit of drama, shame on you for bringing it to the event. You suck. So, get over yourself, because this is a damn good event. Now.
And it wasn't even the kind of drama you're thinking. We talk, this podcast, we keep 100, y'all.
100.
We keep it, as young folks say, 100.
100.
Right? Thank you, James. I appreciate it. I'm working on making one.
Ooh.
You actually inspired me to try a new skill.
You're welcome.
But I'll take yours too, though. If you make me one, please do. I'll have two at that point. What I will say,
do not miss. You ran, Rhonda. You ran from me and you ran from Sean. That's what happened. I wasn't believing Sean. I had your back, but then I didn't see you. I saw FP. Yeah, I want to shout out FPRI and Michael Brooks. I saw you up there. Hi, Shonda. Great seeing you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Beautiful table setup. I loved it all. And I'm gonna
table setup.
I'm gonna freaking shout out Papa John's, because they came in clutch for every single vendor there. Okay, we all got to the point to she said I flew in an airplane, I didn't run. Yeah, so you hated us that much that you flew away?
Rhonda's like, I had to upgrade my skills here.
She got tired of running. I don't blame you.
So, like, I will say, we keep everything 100. And again, I might get a little backlash. That's okay.
Who cares?
We keep everything 100 on our channel.
100.
So if you don't like it, sorry, but we keep it 100. The only thing negative that I can really say about the event is the minor BS that I could say is if you got a problem with somebody that's there,
Yes, Lois.
and you don't like them, and you have past beef or past issues with somebody, that would have been the perfect time to solve it. St. Albans is the very place that I was able to solve my problem with somebody. And it was a simple catching that person by themselves, pulling them aside and talking. And now me and said person get along just fine. No issues. And it was a simple misunderstanding and no issues. It's a good time to not sit there and act like a child and grit on somebody, point and snicker and be cliquish. That is the time where everybody should be coming to each other and smiling and becoming one. And if you're working at that asylum, and I only saw it from one staff, do not be rude to people. There's one staff there that for some reason this said person was kind of rude.
She's very unprofessional.
Very unprofessional, and that I don't like. So again, we can be the show that always highlights the great and all that stuff, and we will. But we also keep it 100. But what I will say, out of a 10, I give St. Albans not this event a 9.9 for that. I will. I would go there anytime. Bedford Paranormal running it.
10.
State 10. State, keep doing it. I can't speak highly enough about those guys. I can't. And I'm not saying that because they're my best friends. We hardly ever talk on a personal level. Alan and I never talk. That's the leader of Bedford Paranormal. And those guys treated us like we were family. I mean, good God. Daryl, all of them, smiles when they see you, speak to you. And Daryl, I don't know if Becky is watching. That pecan pie, I'll be calling you very soon for. Good Lord. Good Lord. Ronnie, no need for that.
There's no need for that, Ronnie.
No need for it.
Here's the thing, guys. This particular staff person is rude every year.
Every year.
So
every year.
I come prepared for it, but here's the thing. St. Albans, if you're listening, you need to have a chat only because it's your vendors, your guest speakers, and the people invited to this event that make the event possible. So we just need to kind of set our pride aside and take the chip off our shoulder and realize that nobody's better than the other person. And that's it, guys. That's just it. Daryl and Becky talk Sweet Robin into booking both locations back-to-back nights in June. I love this for you.
Yeah, Becky and that pie.
Oh, we will be sitting on the porch.
Yeah, Becky and that damn pie. Let's get back to that.
They do. She said she's ready for a pie order. Daryl, just go ahead and put it in for us.
Go ahead and put one in.
Call me. I'll cash app you.
I got to hang out with brother Daryl, and I got to hang out with my brother Ronnie. Look.
See, that's a problem. Now I have a problem with that comment because I didn't even mention any names, but my friends over here had a run-in with this said person too, and she pissed off little Robin.
Yeah, see,
Robin ain't but 4'2".
That's
we can't. She's like dynamite.
But that's my only issue. But again, we do a full review on everything, and back to Bedford, back to Ronnie.
Back to the pie.
So Ronnie, well, the pie, yeah, back to the
what
pie.
What about the beans?
We'll get to the beans in a minute. But we're talking about Ronnie right now. So Ronnie, I got to investigate with Ronnie, which for some reason Ronnie's another runner, man. Daryl is
Hold on. I'm gonna jump to Ronnie's defense here. He needed to get out of where he was at.
No, I wasn't talking about that because Ronnie, we're gonna get to that in a minute too. Ronnie won't investigate with me, and Daryl's a witness. Every time I try to get Ronnie to investigate with me,
I told you got to bring the grill.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ronnie, so if I bring a grill, Ronnie Anderson.
We live, baby.
What's
up, Jody? How are you?
What's up? So, but Ronnie I got to investigate with Ronnie. Ronnie is
we can do it.
Very knowledgeable investigator. And I was honored to investigate with Ronnie for the short time that we investigated.
Ew.
Nicole, what's up?
Nicole, ew. You would have been saying ew this weekend, Nicole. You would have been saying ew.
But again, we got to investigate with some great people, the Brady family, Jay, Ronnie. I got to see both Allens were great. Bedford Paranormal,
Everybody.
wonderful. St. Albans, great location. Marcel treated us great. We sat and hung out with Marcel for a while, chatted with her.
I love her.
Love Marcel.
She emerges. It's funny.
I like how she just creeps up on you. You don't even know she's there, and then boom, she's right there. So Marcel treated us great. I will say the event is definitely worth going to. If you're a paranormal investigator and you did not go to that event,
you missed out.
And next year, if they hold that event, I highly recommend you go. It is one that, in my opinion, is a great experience. You just kind of hang out. There's some great speeches there from people.
Yeah, excellent guest speakers, guys.
Excellent,
very knowledgeable
guest speakers, very knowledgeable, and it was great. Next, I got to say, I was sitting there just kind of chilling, and here comes Ed Odell walking through the door. My man Howie popped up.
That's right.
I was glad to see him. I didn't know if he was coming or not. I don't get to see Howie all the time. I talk to Howie a lot on the phone, but it's even better when you get to see your people in person. And it was a big step. I'm not going to talk about Howie's personal stuff, but it was a big step for Howie to be there. And
overcoming.
And it meant a lot that he showed up. So Howie, if you're still watching, I'm publicly saying thank you for coming. You definitely made my time more enjoyable, and we had great conversation. John Cushman showed up. That was
the hair.
It was good to see the hair in person again. Now,
yes.
Now I got to get to my best reasons and my best time there.
Here we go.
Y'all already know what it is. If y'all were there with me this weekend at St. Albans, what was my favorite thing about St. Albans this weekend? I want to know how well people really know me in the comments.
I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you guys guess.
I haven't talked about it.
I swear this is the only reason he comes, guys.
If you were with me this weekend, what was the most thing that I talked about?
Oh my God, yeah, the raccoon.
Oh, you got to see Copperhead this
my
weekend.
God.
Copperhead.
Ronnie said me.
Okay, that too.
Kim said the beans.
The Bradys know me very well. Them damn beans. Look, y'all.
The hat. The dinner itself.
Let me tell y'all. Angie from Bedford Paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
That woman, Jesus Christ. She makes these baked beans, y'all.
What's up, Amy?
What's up, Amy? How you doing? Amy from Bedford, y'all.
Angie.
Look, I said Amy because she popped up. Angie makes these baked beans, and they're like, they're addicting. Okay.
I'm like 90% sure he would leave me for Angie's beans, guys.
These beans, when I made my plate, I literally had nothing but beans on the plate with chicken. No, I did not run it, clear the room. I did not.
You really didn't, which is strange.
I held it in for y'all. Okay. I saved it for when I came home. Yeah.
Mike said that baked beans was the shit. Yes.
I'm trying to tell y'all, those beans, I don't know what she puts in them damn beans.
The beans were Angie's recipe, but I helped her. Oh, Ronnie helped her make them this year. You're welcome.
Ronnie, you get no credit for them beans. Them beans.
That's funny.
And that mac and cheese that she makes. And them egg. Woo! Look, again, I can't say this enough. Thank you, Bedford Paranormal, for inviting us again this year. Thank you again for the amazing event that you guys host. It was amazing. It was awesome. Now, moving on to the investigation.
I mean, if you sent it to me, I wouldn't cry, Ronnie.
Yeah, I remember Kim looking at me when I was going to my lines. Make sure you don't eat all the mac and cheese and them beans now.
Yeah, the mac and cheese. Now, mac and cheese is a way to my heart. I talked to somebody at work the other day that said they absolutely cannot stand mac and cheese. I kicked this whole person out of my office.
That's un-American.
I told this person they were not American and to get out of my office.
But
I was serious.
So let's get to the investigation. Ronnie, I've been meaning to call you, but I've been busy. So the same exact thing that happened to you in isolation at St. Albans happened to me.
It did.
We were at the
in the file room.
In the file room with the Brady's. And I don't know, we were in the middle of EVP session. All of a sudden, I just start choking and coughing. And very, very similar situation. James said the same thing happened to him. I believe it was at the cage. And whatever it was
you are the one who didn't like mac and cheese either. That was another conversation. I remember now. We had it over dinner. Remember how he said he doesn't do mac and cheese? Howie, you are un-American.
Whatever it was seemed to be following people around in that place.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that was all about, but the funny part was it was very brief. It didn't last very long with me, and I was able to stay in there. And following that event, a weird EVP came through on my recorder. At first, I was trying to debunk it, thinking that maybe it had picked up Courtney. Oh yeah, Daryl came in there while we were there.
I'm gonna tell the whole funny stories, guys, in a second.
But a weird EVP of the same. I need to play back our original EVP we caught the last time you and I investigated there. It sounded kind of like that voice, but I thought it was maybe Courtney, but it couldn't have been because of the distance and the voices. But Jay was recording behind me and did not pick up that voice on his recorder. So we completely ruled it out that it was Courtney.
It was me?
That it wasn't you. You said what? I'm sorry. We ruled out that it was Courtney's voice. It was definitely another person's
Courtney's voice.
So very interesting situation.
Robert White. Fired.
Oh man.
Fired.
What is going on here?
Let me tell you guys a little bit though about St. Albans, okay? We talked enough saying praises. So Friday night, Kim was recording too at the same time. She needs to listen to her recorders. Friday night, St. Albans is gracious enough to open up the asylum or the sanatorium for vendors and guest speakers. Okay. So we got to investigate Friday night, which I cannot thank you guys enough for, because it gets a little bit hectic on Saturday night. But Friday night, we decided to go straight to King Center or King's Hall, whatever you want to call it. And when you first walk up I call them the green stairs, guys, the one with the green light. Okay. When you first walk up those, and I'm painting this picture so you guys can see, when you first walk up those stairs, there's a hallway to the left. There's a hallway to the right.
Oh yeah.
The hallway to the right has like black plastic sheeting covering each doorway, except for the very last room on the left. What's up, Alan May? With that being said, I, for some reason, don't like that hallway. I don't know why. I get a very weird vibe down there and I just don't like it. So everybody said, well, let's go down there. And I said, okay, well, I'm not going to be a crybaby. I'm going to go and I'm going to follow. Well, how I ended up in the back of the line, I don't know. But I'm in the back of the line. I've got my little red flashlight out. And my heart is racing, not going to lie, because there's something about this freaking hallway. I don't like it. So, right, I'm going there, Mike. I'm going there. So, they were drawn to the last room on the left. Well, everybody went in this room, and then Sean
from Spirits Anonymous.
Yes.
Hey, shout out Spirits Anonymous.
They went into the room, and me and Sean were in the hallway. Well, Sean stopped in the hallway to try to get his camera on and stuff like that because we were just getting started. And I realized that I had a huge open hallway behind me, and I didn't like it. So immediately with my red flashlight, I turn around and I shine it all the way to the end of the other hallway, which, to paint a picture for those that have been to St. Albans, the other hallway ends and there's stairs to go up to the attic and Rebecca's room and suicide bathroom up there. Okay. So to give you kind of an idea. So I've got my flashlight shining. This is at St. Albans Sanatorium, Jody. So I've got my flashlight shining all the way down and I freeze because my flashlight is dead center on a whole person. Like this person was a shadow person, but it was a full figure. You could see arms, legs, what a head, what appeared to be a gown or a dress of some sort. And so the only thing I could get out was, guys, and I did not know that Sean had turned around at this time and he said, I freaking see it. Well, at this time, Mike pops his head out and he is looking down the hallway and he also sees it, but he sees the tail end of it. Just as soon as we saw it, this figure turns and walks into what appeared to be a room off to the left-hand side. So it crossed the hallway this way. So Sean said, well, let's go check it out. Let's go see what it is. I said, F that. I'm not going down there. There is something down there. Sean said, I think it's another investigator. Well, so that calmed me down because I'm like, oh yeah, we're not the only ones in the building. So I call out, hello. Nobody answers. Most of the time when there is multiple people in a building and another investigator is on the same floor, they will say, hey, sorry to bother you, or hey, I'm down here. No response. So I said, okay, well, maybe they like this, kept walking and they don't hear me. So we go down the hallway and we realize that where said figure walked was into a wall. There was nothing there, or no room or hallway for them to go into. So again, I keep calling out. I keep walking forward and I'm calling out because now I'm on a mission. I want to know what this was. Well, the only thing that was right there a little bit further down was another draped a plastic sheeting over a doorway. So Sean grabs the plastic and kind of looks in there. I shine my flashlight. There's nothing in there. I walk down. There's another hallway that goes off to the left. Nobody's down that hallway. I call out again. Hello. Nobody answers. So then I get kind of firm with it. If there's another person up here investigating, please let me know because I think we just saw you. No response. The only thing we can conclude is that we saw a full-bodied apparition in St. Albans. And that was a little startling, but that did not deter, guys. At that point, we're already by the stairs to go up to the attic, so why not head on up? So we go up there, and we started out with spirit-led, or not spirit-led, sorry. We started out with Spirits Anonymous and Unique Paranormal 1.5. Danielle was getting some feelings, and all of a sudden the four of them disappeared, and
y'all abandoned us.
Sean and I were the only two up in the attic at Rebecca's room and the suicide bathroom. So we're up there, and we're getting like a few, and you guys would be able to be hired. Yes, you can rent it. It is available. I think it's on the weekends. It's $1,000 a night for up to 10 people, maybe. Ronnie, correct me if I'm wrong. And if you guys went, of course, we would help you guys out. Yes, Jody. Thank you. That's flattering. I appreciate it. Yes. So look up St. Albans Sanatorium. So, okay. Yep. $1,000 on the weekends for up to 10 people. I want to say it's 800 during the week. So we're up there. Spirits Anonymous, Unique Paranormal, they leave the whole floor because they're drawn elsewhere in the building, and that's fine. So we're getting a few EVPs by Suicide Bathroom, and then some cat ball activity, but nothing really significant that made us, we have to stay here, right? So I said, let's go into Rebecca's room and see if we can get something and put some trigger items in there and stuff like that. So I put my doll up, some cat balls, things like that, somebody would interact with or play with. I think I had like a REM pod and a trip rope in there, something. Just as soon as we sit down and we start getting a couple EVPs, loud and clear as day, somebody walked upstairs. You could hear the footprints. You hear them stop at the doorway. We're sitting in the dark, so I cut my flashlight on and whip around. Nobody's there. So I'm thinking maybe somebody walked by and went to Suicide Bathroom. So I'm looking around. And yes, we did actually. Sean did, to be exact. But we're looking around and nobody's up there. So I walk all the way through, nobody's up there. But every like few steps you would take, you would hear like footsteps behind you that would cause you to kind of whip around and nobody was there. So, of course, at this point, not gonna lie, guys, my heart is racing. I'm like, all right, what the hell is following us around this place? So we end up getting up with Ronnie Anderson and Copperhead, and we head down to isolation in the morgue. Of course, on the funny side, guys, it's not a good time unless we scare Daryl Paulette. So we hear him coming. Ronnie goes to the door, bangs on the door, startles everybody in the hallway. Daryl flies open the door. I got to give it to him because if I hear something bang on a door, I'm saying F that and I'm running. Daryl flies open the door ready to fight a ghost, but it was Ronnie. So that was funny. But while we're down there, Ronnie starts getting affected. He's kind of clearing his throat. He's kind of getting choked up. I'm thinking, maybe his mouth is dry. I don't know. Like, do you need a drink? What's going on? Are you okay? So he ends up having to leave that area and we head over to green room isolation, which is the men's isolation area. Mike, not gonna lie, I did too, because I saw that shit and was like, I grabbed Sean so hard that he was like, can you let me go? Because it was a whole person, guys. And I had 2 other people that were able to corroborate that. And that's what makes it cool to me. So again, we're down in green room isolation, Copperhead, Ronnie, and Copperhead's getting some intelligent responses through his vent box, which is a custom piece. Amazing. I'm getting a few pieces of equipment that kind of go off, but most of what we experienced Friday night was personal experiences. Daryl said I was hoping I saw something other than Ronnie. You saw us, Daryl. So just as soon as like the responses are starting to kind of pick up through the vent box, Ronnie starts getting seriously affected down there. Something is choking him up to the point where it makes him physically ill. The best way he could describe it was it felt like somebody was pushing a finger on his throat, like causing him to not be able to breathe and ultimately causing him to get physically ill. So he leaves the whole area. Copperhead, Sean, and I are still down there. I think Copperhead kind of started coughing a little bit. And then the activity just kind of died down. So we decided to exit and check on Ronnie. Because honestly, when a fellow investigator gets affected, we all can't really concentrate because we're worried. So we decide to stop our investigation, go check on Ronnie. We find him. He's perfectly fine. He was literally like in the break area, perfectly fine. They said he ran by, went to the bathroom, did his business, and then came out and was like nothing happened. So fast forwarding to later, we had an amazing day vending, and we decided that we were going to go and check out how other people, was there not a spiritual advisor on site? Who is the spiritual advisor? I don't know. I advise the spirits all the time. But anywho, so we vended, is that a word? Vended? We were vending all day Saturday.
Vended.
And then later that night, we got up with Spirit Led and we're down in the file room and Sean starts kind of grabbing at his throat and kind of coughing and stuff like that. So I immediately recognized it and I told the spirit or spirits, you do not have permission to affect Sean. You need to get off of him. This is not okay.
Get off, man.
Like, whatever. And just as soon as this happens, I hear Sean start dry heaving. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. So luckily, again, I got more firm with it. I set my boundaries. You absolutely do not have permission to attach to any of my friends in this room whatsoever. Get out, get off, get on, do whatever you got to do. So, was that from holding the beans in? It might have been.
It might have been that gas. Courtney was like a whole preaching. Sandra Ponda.
I was. Guys, I was down there. You do not have, look, get your hands off my man. I was ready to cuss out a ghost quick. So just as soon as this happens, I see Sean close his eyes. I kind of, when he does that, guys, most of the time he's saying a prayer and just kind of really trying to center himself, reground himself and stuff like that. So he opens up his eyes, gone. Like the feeling was gone. So whatever. And then James just said shit got real in the library for him. It's like,
what about James' rangefinder?
I was just about to say. So James had up a rangefinder that was triggering something in that back corner. Kim and I were picking up on a male presence in there. But the male presence that Kim and I, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, Kim, the presence that we were picking up on was more of like a lurker. Like he was kind of standing back in the corner, lurking. Like, why are y'all here? Maybe pacing a little bit, wondering why we're there. I found the missing slipper. That might have really calmed everybody down. I'm not sure. So now Mike said the same thing happened to him Friday night after coming up from the bowling alley.
Damn, that's like the fifth person.
So,
hold on. What about Daryl? What about your phone app, Courtney? Courtney broke out a phone app down there.
God, Jesus, what just happened? I thought you were about to smack me on live.
Oh, I'm not smacking. I'm enjoying this.
What happened on the phone app, Sean? Tell him.
Bag of Virginia tobacco here.
What happened on the phone app?
You had asked the phone app to tell you how many fingers you were holding up.
Oh, yes, I did.
And it answered you.
Yes, I did.
And we've had what? How many people? 5?
Yep. Five people in the room.
Heard it. Amongst other things, I can't remember everything it was saying.
Yep, clear as day. I said when Kim and I, so Kim said, yeah, he was just watching us. So when we felt like he was watching us, I said, and yes, I had necro going. I said, if you can see us, how many fingers am I holding up? And I went like this.
Was it 2 or 3?
It was 3. And I went like this, and clear as day, you hear a couple voices come through and say 3. So, and yes, Ronnie, I do know that room is right next to the boiler room.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie, that's right.
When teams came in there, we kind of exited. Is it all as desolate as the images I'm looking at? It looks like it could use a good cleaning. This is true. Yes, it is.
It's pretty bad.
Yep, the phone app. And we got 3 on the Fent box. Oh, yeah, Ronnie was with us when I said, if you can see me, how many fingers am I holding up? And the Fent box said 3 as well.
Well, that wasn't even the craziest thing about the
I was mad about that, James.
But honestly, I wasn't even trying to investigate that much. I was trying to watch other people and maybe pull out the recorder, get some EVPs. But James said it best. Shit got real in isolation real quick.
No, in the file room.
I mean, in the file room real quick. But the craziest thing when we were with Ronnie in isolation, what about that temperature?
Oh, yeah. When I asked it to go to 66.9 and it went to 66.9 and then it just dropped.
It held it there. You asked it to hold it and it held it.
Yeah, it was like 67.4 degrees, guys. I asked...
you asked it to touch the geophone and it touched it?
Yep. I asked if it was there to touch the
hey, Carrie.
Blue box. What's up, Carrie? Asked it to touch the blue box. It touched it. And then I said, well, if you're there, can you drop that temperature down from 67.4 to 66.9? And I said 669. Can you make the numbers on the box go to 669? And within like 10 seconds, it went to 669.
But it dropped all the way down from like 70 something instantly.
It don't got no toes. Those ghosts would not play tic-tac-toe with me, guys. The movement came from the boiler room area. It was definitely cold. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that temperature dropped down there too on us, like to the point where I needed a coat. Ronnie said that was awesome. And the fact that we felt the ice cold air on one arm, it was all or everyone's right arm. I remember that.
Yeah, I was videoing that. You see me on camera pacing the hallway like, why is the temperature different?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was some wild stuff.
It is an amazing building.
A lot of equipment didn't go off, but the equipment that did, I've got it on camera where Courtney
What's up,
asked
Sammy?
Hey, Sam. I was watching, the video, and right when Courtney asked it to touch the box, a light comes out of the box or goes towards the box when it touched it. I mean, it was just some wild stuff.
So Noah said because his group was in the boiler room, so he noticed a temp drop in the boiler room as well.
That's crazy. We didn't even know Noah was over there.
Interesting. So yeah, there was a lot of personal experiences this weekend, guys.
They were all the same though.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I would rather have personal experiences than a bunch of bells and whistles going off.
Say that again.
I would rather have a bunch of personal experiences than all the bells and whistles going off. And the main reason for that is because it makes you go, And that's where your investigative side comes out. When, when you're asking something to touch a piece of equipment and the piece of equipment goes off, that's cool. And you kind of do pop into like investigator mode where you're trying to figure out what made it go off. But there's too many factors that come into play when a piece of equipment goes off. You're now looking around at everybody in the room wondering who just got a Facebook message because the REM pod went off. You're looking at everybody's feet to see who's tapping the floor to make the geophone go off. You're wondering who has more bass in their voice to affect like the EDI box, and things like that. So it's like when you're having those personal experiences, it's more now you're wondering exactly what the hell is going on. It did get freezing.
Yeah, it did.
Now, James is saying this is his first personal experience with a fat ass raccoon. I will make everybody in here laugh. So throughout the night, I did not see this with my own two eyes, but James, Ronnie, Copperhead, and I don't know who else were walking down a hallway of some sort or maybe in an area. And I wish Ronnie was on here to tell it because, again, I did not see this. I'm going on third-party information. But when it was told to me, you could have bought me for a penny.
I about choked up.
I about fell out and died. Yeah. I almost peed my pants laughing. But they say that a raccoon comes out and panics because it's scared, sees all these people, runs towards Copperhead, jumps up in the air, leaps at Copperhead. Copperhead had his gear in his hands, guys, and all he could think of to do is to clap the raccoon with the gear. In the mist, it was in front of the grand staircase, so it came down. Guys, when I was hearing this story, and Daryl was there too. So it came down the stairs. So the raccoon was upstairs, came down the stairs, saw Daryl, saw Copperhead, saw Ronnie, saw everybody, panicked, went weaving in and out of everybody's legs, and leapt at Copperhead, and Copperhead clapped it with his equipment.
Is it the fact that it did it to Copperhead? Is that why it's so?
I don't know why this is funny. The visual, okay? So they team up, the superhero team, and they trap said raccoon in a room with. When I walked in there, I have not seen so. People would have just slid something in front of the door and left it. No, they had a piece of plywood, a spare door, a gurney, a bunch of stuff on top of the gurney, and some more stuff in front of this spare board. They were not letting the raccoon out, guys. So then I said, well, guys, you got to let the raccoon out eventually. Copperhead legit tried to smash the raccoon with his gear. Robert, this is like the most bizarre experience ever. Now, so disclaimer, guys, when you do go into abandoned buildings and things like that, that are up for investigation, please be mindful. There is wildlife. I think that I laughed so hard because the first time I went to St. Albans, I had a run-in with a bat. And now this time Copperhead had a run-in with a raccoon. And it was just like, there's always something. There's never a dull moment, guys. There's never a dull moment.
I do want to
Joseph said lucky Copperhead didn't have his rods out. Oh my God. He would have slapped the raccoon with a rod.
I do want to touch on the personal experiences though. You know, the fact
Ronnie said Copperhead caught it in his arms.
The fact that everybody that we ran into and talked to said they had similar personal experiences. You know, people were getting affected the same way. It was like a pattern almost.
Oh my God, Kim saw the bat upstairs. Jesus Christ.
And the crazy part is when people were getting affected, they all had like the same thing, choking, not feeling well across the board.
So
like, was it the same thing affecting everybody?
So let me ask you guys this in the comments. What do you think would cause multiple people to get choked up during an investigation? Do you think that that's a spirit actually trying to push their residual experience up on you? Do you think James, I'm trying to tell you, the bats at St. Albans are built different, okay? Those aren't bats. Those are pterodactyls.
The one that ran into you was like this big, man.
No. Let's talk about the bat that you subjected Grand Time, Nicole, and everybody else to.
Oh yeah, Grand Time. I ran back the tape, and I'll post it. That was a bat that was in the blacksmith shop.
A big ass bat.
It wasn't big.
That thing was like this big on the screen, guys. You see how big this screen is? That's how big the bat was. This thing flapped right in front of
The funny part is the reaction, though.
What was that boy's name that was with them?
It was the couple that was, oh, man. I forgot
what was his name? Darn it.
We were all standing there in the blacksmith shop, and the bat... Dude, have we talked about Rainworth since we've been?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot their name. Damn.
I'm blanking. It's bothering me now. But it's gonna come to me right when I get off the podcast.
But yeah, when you see on the film, it's the bat flies by and everybody just stops.
So Robert said, could it be that maybe making the living experience how the spirit expired? Logan,
yeah.
Shannon said, I can't do bats. I can do snakes, spiders, and bugs, but I cannot do bats. Snakes. I cannot do bugs and spiders.
I can do the rest. I can't do snakes.
No bugs, no spiders.
Grand Time said, ew.
In the words of Nicole, Kayla, Logan, Kim, and Jason.
But look, you know.
It was Logan. It flapped right in front of Logan's face. Ronnie really got
affected when he mentioned, the kid. Was it a kid?
Jacob?
No.
Jacob is...
Ronnie, who was the name you mentioned, and that's when you started really...
No spiders.
Really getting affected. And then another theory is that Dr. King's running around affecting people.
Just wilding out? Like, Dr. King's just like, raw! Like, I'm choking everybody?
That's old school.
What? Strangle another. Dr. King needs to be in the gotcha for strangle another.
Strangle another.
Alan said, hello, Shannon.
No, it wasn't Donald. What name was it you said down there, and that's when you really got the choking? You said a name, and you just got all tore up.
It wasn't Donald.
You said somebody's name, and I can't remember. I got it on tape.
He said Dr. King's an asshole. It might be Dr. King choking everybody.
You said a name. God, what was that name? You said a name down there.
Oh, my God, a flying fox. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Flying fox.
I can't think of any time that so many people had the same experience on an investigation. It had to have been a really pissed off spirit. Oliver.
You said Oliver. And after you said that name, it wasn't a few minutes later, you couldn't stay down there.
Who is Oliver, Ronnie? You never did tell us that. Like, what's his ties?
Yeah, Ronnie said the name Oliver, and all of a sudden he couldn't stay there any longer. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, Ronnie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm your homie. I'm here. I was like, man, Ronnie, man, come on, man, get it together. Come on back. I'd be damned if I went down there and all of a sudden, oh, it's Dr. King.
I wonder which Dr. King it was talking about. Oh, Dr. King's name is Oliver?
But yeah, Ronnie, I'm not saying that you were full of crap. I'm not saying that. But I was like, come on, Ronnie, man, get it together. We got to be, you know. But I'd be damned if I was sitting in the filing room and all of a sudden I'm choking up about to.
And he even said down there, he said, man, I feel bad for thinking
I did.
Ronnie was...
Look, I'm a man. I can.
Who is Oliver?
Look, I'm gonna make.
God damn, Jesus! Like, can you put your mile-long pipe away?
This is my.
No, that doesn't make any sense. That's the size of the bat.
This is my favorite. No, it's not. The bat is like I can't cover it. Like this size, y'all.
Okay, all right.
But listen, it's my favorite pipe, y'all. By the way, but I was down there and I was like, I should have never like. I don't know. It got me though. It got me for a minute.
Guys, like I
had to literally ground myself and put my mind elsewhere and go back to some of my roots.
I had to like cast a spell on this guy. Like,
it might have been because I had my rosemary on. I don't know. I had a little bit of that.
I had enough Florida water sprayed on one arm to last a lifetime.
I don't know what it was, y'all. It didn't stick with me long.
Oliver's making the investigators ask, please, sir, can I have some more? I got you, Ronnie. Some point. Hey, components, whatever. We don't care. We make up words all the time here on this show.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it got me for a minute.
Now, I will say another funny thing that happened. Miranda got us when we were in the area by the grand staircase or whatever, by where we ate dinner. Is that by the grand staircase? Sean said that he saw Miranda walk by. And I'm like, no, because I kept seeing a woman over there before Sean said he saw Miranda walk by. And when I went over there was nobody there. And I walked down the whole hallway and there was nobody there. And then the weirdest thing that happened is I walked back down where I just came from and she was standing right there and walking towards me. And I said, Miranda, have you been down here the whole time? And she's like, yeah. I said, there's no flipping way because I just cleared this whole entire floor. And like, you were not there. And he's like, no, like she was like, I was there.
If you'd have saw the way Miranda was walking, it was creepy as shit.
It was very weird. Ronnie said I jetted because I hate throwing up in front of people. I'm glad you did because I am one to throw up with you. We'd all have just been thrown up. Court did have her finger up, waving her around, telling the spirit to back off. Look, my ghetto came out. You ain't gonna touch my man.
Courtney was like a straight southern
casting spells. What's up, Central Virginia Paranormal Society? Funny, Miranda and myself seen somebody walk by there last year.
Carl.
Yeah. A lot of personal experiences, guys. I will say.
But it's all the same. That's weird.
I will say you have to at least experience St. Albans one time. If you have not been there, 10 out of 10, definitely check it out at least one time. They do host public events. If you have the opportunity to rent it out privately for your group of 10, I highly suggest it. There's a lot of, affordable hotels in the area, things like that.
Plus, not during games. Don't go during a tech game.
Yeah, pretty much. Hakuna, F off.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, Ronnie, you throw up in front of everyone during the food challenge.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah, last year, didn't you guys do the chip challenge or something?
They didn't do it this year, did they?
I don't know. What was your challenge this year? Daryl, did you guys do something and I missed it?
I didn't get invited. That's because they know I ate like 2-3 platefuls of beans this year.
I heard Ronnie was throwing up for some other spirits on Thursday. What did you have to do?
Ronnie, why did I get invited?
It's as if the personal experiences validated each other. Right.
Yes, that part.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. No, I didn't, Ronnie.
Ronnie, nobody told us about this at all.
Oh, God. I'm glad I missed it.
I wouldn't have participated, but I wanted to watch.
No. Last year, didn't you guys do like the hot chip challenge or something?
No, they were eating fish.
Oh, yeah, the fish, the canned weird fish. Stinky fish. Ugh. We told everybody to meet out back for the food challenge.
Y'all didn't tell me.
No, see, you didn't tell James Brady either, Ronnie.
You didn't tell me. You were
Mm-mm.
too busy Shundale Punda the ghost. You Courtney, I wish you could have seen. I wish I had my camera. You were literally going Shundale Punda. I didn't know what the hell you were doing. I was trying to.
It got up off you, didn't it?
I'm over here trying to, hold myself together, and I'm looking over here at you like, what's going on? If y'all need an exorcist and Alan's unavailable, call Courtney.
I do not put out any disclaimers. I just don't. Daryl, no, ew. Ronnie said I redeemed myself this year. I ate it and didn't vomit. Daryl just said you puked. Look, you threw up in front of everyone during the food challenge. It's right there in black and white,
You might
Ronnie.
be talking about last year. That might be what he's talking about is last
fermented tofu. But guys, we're getting ready to wrap it up. We kept you long enough with our shenanigans. I just wanted to really, yeah, Ronnie, that's a different kind of spirit though, from what I hear. You were playing with the different liquid spirits. Ronnie puked last year, but he didn't puke Saturday. I have to say, Courtney is protective of her man.
Stand by your man.
For what it's worth, James, if I'd have seen y'all, I'd have been cussing too.
Hey, I would have Sunday pooned with it.
We'd have been cussing too.
We would have been
poonding. Robert said we like your shenanigans. Well, thank you,
appreciate it, Robert. Thanks.
Yes, I don't let my friends get affected around me.
Can we check on each other, y'all?
If I can prevent it, I absolutely will. I find myself to be very strong in my faith and my belief that absolutely. I can't get affected. Not saying, well, I should say that I shouldn't say I can't, because I guess everybody can, but I'm very strong in my spirituality and what I believe in to do everything in my power to prevent being affected. And I absolutely will check on my people, and I'm not letting anybody that's investigating with me, if I can prevent it, get affected. So there will be some humdalillah stuff or whatever Sean just said, I said, going on. I carry a lot of protection on me, and a lot of it is upstairs.
Oh yeah. And guys, you know, I want to keep everybody, we have a blast when we investigate, y'all. Yeah. We laugh, we joke, we're having a good time, but it's real important that when you, I haven't forgotten about y'all. When you guys go out here and investigate, hey, thank you so much, Kim. When you guys go out here and investigate, that you, number one, you don't investigate alone. No. Because it's very dangerous. But you also, I try. You also are watching out for each other. I will say, you know, I investigated with the Brady's squad. I investigated with. You guys are now known as the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch, yes. I investigated with them. I investigated with Ronnie, and we all looked out for each other. They looked out for me. You got to look out for each other. If people are getting affected around you, get them out of there. Follow them out. Make sure they're okay. If they are getting to a point where they can't handle it, be aware of what's going on around you. Be safe. Take steps to protect yourself. Pray to your God. I will say that when I was getting affected, a combination of the protection things that I do and put on and carry, which we sell in the TikTok shop. We're not on TikTok, and we sell it at www.hillcityafterdark.com. Bingo. Yep, the Brady Bunch. And I will say a prayer. I literally. Good to know Sean called me a puss when I left. Sure did. But call him after the show and cuss him out. I literally stopped during mid cough and said a prayer, and I had a team that was watching over me, and I appreciate the Bradys and Courtney for that. You guys got to be protected at all times, spiritually, mentally, and have people watch your back while you're out here. That's right. And have fun with what you do. I can't speak enough about Bedford and Paranormal and the people that were there. Bedford Paranormal, y'all are definitely a great team. Y'all are definitely leaders in this paranormal field. Y'all definitely are taking massive steps to grow the field, which is what the reason why we admire you guys. I will say too that we received gifts from Bedford Paranormal. Oh my God, I love my gifts. We received gifts from. I also received a gift from James Brady as well. And what I will say, and I'm saying this publicly because it's one thing to get a gift from somebody and you're just like, oh, thank you, you got me a carrot, appreciate it. Well, but these guys gave gifts that they knew it was for me, like. You know, they were very, very, very personal, handpicked and you can tell these people think about you. So, again, I can't speak highly enough of these people. James, it's going right up in my museum. Just so you know, Alan, Ronnie, Bedford Paranormal, just so you know, I'll be sitting out on my back porch enjoying the one y'all got me here real soon. And I just want to thank y'all for everything. Thanks for the invite. Great event. Please
I would take
continue.
them. I would 10 out of 10 take them. I like gemstones.
Yeah.
But guys, again, we appreciate each and every one of you. Even if we didn't see you this past weekend, we hope to see you guys soon. And we are so blessed that you guys tune into our show every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be right here on the other side talking all things spooky. And
Spooky
until
dookie.
next Tuesday, guys,
Sunday Bunda.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
And we will see you
On the
next
other
Tuesday.